Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
What screams, I watch too much porn. My G-sex dumped her because he thought it was weird her boobs laid flat when she laid down. He was confused why they weren't round-shaped all the time. Dude had never seen naturals before. That was sad. I have fake boobs. They're flat and move a little to the sides when I lay down. Sounds like this dude was probably watching anime porn or whatever. Good riddance. Indeed. I'ma slap a ring on this girl if she'll take it. I have to search for 20 minutes to find a video I haven't already seen. We have a winner here. A wanker here. I've seen people describe other people by using words from porn categories that always seemed really weird to me. It's an ebony girl. Ebony makes me think of Skyrim before porn. Busty petite stepmom cook husband. Dementia tests in 2060. I had a roommate in college back in 2017 who was an avid Tumblr user before the app was purged. At nearly all hours of the day he'd be doomscrolling his Tumblr feed that was 100% porn. Watching TV with our roommates. Porn scrolling, playing video games. Porn scrolling between rounds, going out for drinks. Porn scrolling in the corner. It was bad. Why would you not tell this guy to stop? I would have roasted the shit out of him. Oh boy did we try. Dude would deny it if we couldn't see his screen, or he would call us gay for not liking it. As I'm sure anyone who's had a shitty roommate before knows, at some point the arguments just weren't worth it. Needless to say, we did not room with him after that, lol. Wall-mounted lotion dispenser next to computer. I work at a computer all day. I also have super dry skin. That being the case, I have lotion in my desk drawer at work. The amount of fucking jokes I hear because of that damn lotion. Little that they know, I do it dry. I saw someone of here post a photo of a sign in a clothing store that said petite, and he was shocked that was allowed tears of joy. Similar is when people hear BBC and instantly think of anything else than one of the oldest TV and radio networks in the world. Yeah, I was telling my coworker about the show Misfits, and when I said it's a BBC show he looked shocked and asked, "It's a what?" Yes, I'm recommending a big black cock show to you at work, you caught me. He was probably surprised to hear Misfits was a BBC show even though it was on Channel 4. So, you're here for a facial? Yes, and some cream buns. If you watch at work or in public places. Guy at my husband's job was fired for that. He kept his cabinet doors open all the time in his cubicle to try to hide his screen, like that's not extremely suspicious. The pair you must have on you to watch porn on a work computer, in an open office environment, during business hours. I went to beauty school, and as part of the curriculum we had to give clients facials. So I asked this girl if she wanted to come into the spa for a facial. A few hours later her boyfriend called me up and accused me of trying to fuck her because I wanted to give her a facial. So I guess that would be a sign. Edit, since some people want more details. He called me and was like, "Hey man, I see your shit, messaging my girl and telling her you wanna give her a facial. So you tell me, man to man, are you guys fucking?" I explained it's for beauty school, and I could hear her on the phone pleading with him to knock it off. He straight up didn't believe me and was convinced we were fucking or I was trying to have sex with her. Anyway, eventually they hung up and she never came to the spa. Probably for the best. Oh, and a few years later she got fired from her job for saying something racist on Facebook. The boyfriend, unknowingly, burned himself. Dude felt left out. Bars that offer different services for men and women will occasionally call the male version a gentleman's facial, which is, objectively speaking, very funny. A gentleman's facial is when you tell your lady ahead of time, "Madam, I am arriving," and then offer a hot towel. When you believe that a father showing love to his daughter is incest. I once had a guy ask me why my adoptive dad doesn't try to rape me since it's just us in the house. Holy fuck, that's such a fucked up question to ask someone. I once rode the Chinatown bus from Philly to NY and a young woman sat down next to me. She had a lot of bad tattoos, especially one distinct one on her foot. I texted a buddy of mine that had a kink for girls with bad tattoos and described her to him, saying he probably wished he was on this bus. He immediately, without a picture, recognized her as a porn star just by the description of her foot tattoo. He was definitely correct. Edit, to change wording that seemed to confuse people. And, she saw the messages on my phone and started talking about how she always gets recognized in public. Proceeded to drink a bunch of my bus beers and talked very loudly the whole trip about how she wasn't ashamed to have had 3 dicks in her at once and that everyone knows what her pussy looks like. She then asked me if I thought we could get away with it in the bathroom. You're thinking exactly what I did. But she meant smoking a cigarette. She went to the bathroom of the bus and was back there for an extremely long time. Turns out the light didn't work, so she was using her brand new iPhone to light her way. The bus hit a bump and she dropped her phone in the toilet into a pile of human shit. She then dug the phone out of the shit and came back and sat next to me with her phone and hands sticking straight out in front of her. She asked to use my phone with her shit-covered hands. Fucking nope. She did find someone with disinfectant wipes and tried to clean herself up but smelled like shit for the rest of the trip. She also spent most of the rest of the trip making a scene fighting with the driver trying to get him to pay for her phone, but he just laughed at her. After we got off the bus, she took my number down and said she'd call me whenever she got back from a trip she was about to go on, but I never heard from her. Edit to address questions. Her porn name was Kylie Cross and the tattoo was the ICP Hatchetman. I don't expect most people believe this story right now, and that's fine. Everything on the internet is questionable. I wouldn't believe it either if I hadn't lived it. But I promise it is true. Being deluded into thinking that the plumber or cable installer is going to show up on time. Also, if your room ends up on Goon Caves. That is the saddest sub I've ever seen. I've been on this site for 11 years. It makes me feel very normal. Agreed, this is sad on so many levels. I wish my curiosity hadn't got the better of me. LMAOWTF is that sub. Jesus, that sub is just sad. Why are all the comments on that sub like, wow so cool, DM me? What will they talk about? They masturbate together. Usually sending each other porn they like or stuff. I sorted by top all time. It was a post of a dude sharing his cave with his Joe bro. Literally a clip of two dudes stroking themselves watching multi-monitor porn. My no good snitch of a parrot. My friend's parrot would mimic things she said during sex. He would do this when company was over. Tears of joy. Oh my god, I've had parrots forever. That bird was totally thinking, new people are here. We're all talking, it's a party. I'll make the noises the humans make when they're excited and partying. Quote. When the sex is terrible because they think porn is how it's done. Sex is also terrible with narcissists, and in many ways similar to porn. I.e. the sex scenes in American Psycho. You refer to porn stars by their first names in casual conversations as if everyone knows who you're talking about. I miss Gianna. She had really special titties, pensive face. I miss Faye's freckles. Everyone knows Johnny though. He's a jack of all trades. Most hardworking man I've seen in my life. You're triggered by step-siblings reaching in the dryer, dark leather couches. I remember a skit where one dude has a stepmother and she just cares for him like her own son, but he makes everything weird because he thought she's trying to do it with him. Those cringy hentai girl making a coming face hoodies and bumper stickers. A hagao, also, knowing the word for those cringy hentai girls making a coming face on hoodies and bumper stickers. My dad bought me a hagao sweater for my birthday, you know the one, the classic black and white one that's essentially a collage of hentai girls. I opened it and he said, because you like anime. I then had to explain to him the difference between hentai and anime. He passed away from cancer in January and I still casually wear that sweater all the time cause that's the best fucking story behind any piece of clothes I've ever owned. Miss ya dad. I saw a car the other day with the back end and the rear windows absolutely covered in big titty anime girl stickers. I don't really care what you want to watch in your own time, but I can't imagine the thought process that leads to. I think it would be great if every person I cross paths with knows that I crank my wiener to Japanese cartoon girls. There was a pickup truck in our neighborhood that had hentai stickers all over the back window. Uncensored spread eagle type stuff. We call it the hentai truck. We've since moved but still see the hentai truck around town occasionally. In Japan, cars covered in anime stickers and stuff are called Itasha. Literally, painful car. Oh, I have one for this. I had sex with this cute nerd guy, in our early 20s. I'm a bit more experienced at this point than him, but it's clear to me that he would like to take control, so I backed down and let him. Thinking this will be fun. Then he choked me, and called me his little girl. And I'm a bit shocked as in my book it's something you talk about beforehand. But it was kind of kinky, not my kind of kink, but okay sure. I'm rolling with it. But then as he get done he screams, I'm going to get you pregnant. He was wearing a condom, I'm not an idiot. But still EWW. Too much hentai dude. Too much. Then he choked me, and called my his little girl. And I'm a bit shocked as in my book it's something you talk about beforehand. That absolutely is something negotiated beforehand. I stopped sex right in the middle once when a dude put his hands on my throat without consent. Dude was confused as hell as to why I wasn't okay with it. Jackhammer fingering. The fucking worst. Hurts like hell eventually because I turn into the Sahara. My ex used to do this when it wasn't even wet and it would hurt so bad. He also had long fingernails and would scratch me. Exclamation mark. Face vomiting. I had similar experience with one of my first boyfriends. The things younger me put up with that I would never tolerate now. With the specific goal to make you squirt. Bro, not all women can do that. Or just because it happened once, doesn't mean I can do it every time. Just stop. My vagina just cringed. There was a post on Reddit I saw not that long ago about a woman who was having conflict with her husband because he was uncomfortable with the fact that the young daughter called him daddy. When you think the term daddy is inherently sexual, you watch too much porn. Who is your daddy and what does he do? It might be a tumor. Daddy chill. What the hell is even that? You believe all women are, naturally, hairless and pink down there. Having a very strong opinion about the shape, size of a woman's labia. Having labia means she's had a lot of sex.